we had this just plain Jane wall that we wanted to really dress up. So we decided we would go ahead and make a feature wall out of it. All I really needed to do this project was a chop saw, a nail gun, and a ladder. So when we paint this, we're only painting this surface of the wall, but about a 1/4 inch shy of all the edge. You'll see why in a bit. Next thing we need to do is paint the entire wall, and we'll have to do this 2 times with our satin paint. To do this right, we had to make sure we could find the studs first. So I started painting, and then I realized, oops, I forgot to locate the studs. So what I did is put tape on the riser of the stairs, and that way when I did that, I'd be able to go vertically up from those points and find the studs. While we wait for that to dry, we went ahead and got some primed 1x3 MDF strips. Next thing is to go ahead and paint the strips of wood with our semi-gloss paint. Same thing, we'll do a couple coats of that. Walls painted, did a couple coats on that. Actually did 3 because I had found some imperfections. Now the plan is to do a border all the way around, sides, bottom, top, and that way I have somewhere to put the design in. It's going to be a little bit of an ad lib, but that's the beauty of feature walls. To do this correctly, you need to get these angles right. And so what I have here is a Johnson pitch and slope locator. I'll have a link in the description below if you want to get something like this. You can check right up here, this video where we used this before. Really helpful tool because I can get all the angles very precisely, no guessing. All I gotta do is put it on the riser, and it reads 41 degrees. That means this angle right here is 41 degrees. It will leave 49 degrees, which is this angle, and it'll be just perfect for what I need. Well, I've already cut it. There's the angle on it, and so all I gotta do is lay it on there, put it at the edge of my wall, and there you go. Really easy way to do it. It's gonna make it super fast. Now the other thing I wanna do is, because this board's not long enough to go the whole way, I'm gonna put a 45-degree bevel on this. Rather than butt join them, I want to kind of overlap join them, this board with the next board above it, and it'll just look a little cleaner. Let's go ahead and put the border around. To speed up the spacing, I used the board here. That's the width I wanted. And then all I had to do was place that board in between the other boards as I was nailing them in with the nail gun. And then that kept the spacing consistent in between all the different gaps. So it doesn't have to be an exact certain spacing, just what looks good to your eye, and that's what I used. And that's just a little more than 1 inch wide. After all the different pieces were installed in the pattern we wanted, I went ahead and patched the nail holes. And you can see these here, I had a couple that I had to redo because the first time I went over it, it just didn't fill it all in. Sometimes the wood putty sinks. So just take a 120 grit sanding pad and just kind of go over them slightly and get it smooth, take off any ridges. Doesn't take a lot if you're careful when you put the wood putty on there. I didn't goop it on. And then after I got done sanding, just wipe those down super fast, get all the dust off the sanded parts, just so that I know what needs paint, what got scratched versus what's just dust on there. And you see it comes off pretty easy. Damp paper towel will do the trick. All right, so last but not least is to touch those up with a little more paint. After touch up, we have a finished product. And so this is a pretty inexpensive project. This whole job was about $100 and then just adding my time. And so really get a lot of bang for a little money. Hope this video helps. Really, if you would, help this video along, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next video.